Okay, I really need to do a life audit. So today is Saturday and that's what I'm gonna do later. First, let's just get ready for the morning. I am so glad that it is the weekend because I've just had like a week basically. Right, before we get down to like all the life audits and stuff, I'm actually gonna give you a really honest update on the fitness routine and how it's going. The answer is it's not going, basically. So I did my workout this morning and that is the only workout pretty much that I've done all week because I've had like events at work and stuff, and again, routine has just been like totally out of whack. The only way is up, I suppose, at this point. Right, I'm just gonna make myself feel a little bit more human, and then I really need some breakfast. Today's Saturday and I really want to just make the most of this weekend basically. So I am just going to have a really relaxing yet somewhat productive. I really want to do a life audit because I've done them in the past and I just find them really helpful, so I thought it would be good to share. I also need to do a lot of reading today because I've got a book that's due back at the library. And tonight I'm actually going out for dinner with my parents, which should be quite cute. All right, let's just have some breakfast and then we can carry on with our day. So when I said in my like food shopping sit down video that I did, don't skip on the frozen fruit and veg, like here is the living proof that I do not sleep on the frozen fruit and veg. And obviously half of it's my husband's, half of it is mine. I hate chicken breasts because I always find it really dry, so chicken thighs for the win. And I clearly go through yogurt like no tomorrow. But I only have Greek yogurt, like proper Greek yogurt though. Like, this is my husband's and I keep telling him it's not the same thing and he never believes me. I also got these as well as a treat and this all cost £64.62. So it's now 4:10 and I have essentially done nothing all day. My brain is just not braining. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's been a really busy week, so maybe I'm just still processing like the insane week that it's been essentially. And maybe I just need to switch myself off for the day. I was planning on doing like an entire life audit and chatting through like various different things today. But yeah, that's not going to happen because I can't get coherent thoughts out. So yeah, I think I'm just going to like call it for today and read my book, chill out, have some like brain space. Yeah, I'm having like a complete brain rot day. So what I am going to do instead is I'm just going to sit here and read my book. Like I literally cannot even tell you what I've been doing for the past like 5 hours of my life. Googling random things, thinking about changing all the furniture around and then deciding that I'm not going to change all the furniture around. Googling curtains, I don't know, just random crap. So let's just read my book. I'm actually nearly at the end and this has actually got to go back to the library like next week. Instead of incoherent rambling, you can just watch me read my book for a bit and then I'll probably show a little bit of like when we go out to dinner tonight, and then I'll pick it back up tomorrow for some like actual meaningful chats about like current budgeting, life audit, what's going on. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's start again. I wasn't feeling it yesterday. I just needed to have a nothing day, essentially, which I think is good because when you've got a lot going on, you need to take some time to like digest everything that's going on. So that is definitely what I needed. Like I had to kind of get my husband to like give me permission to do nothing. Because obviously when I'm working full time and I'm doing content on the side, I feel like I always kind of need to be doing something productive basically, but I don't essentially, and I'm having a bit of a hard time accepting that, but I don't. So I do want to do this life audit though, because I do think it's very useful. I am in the game of self-improvement, but in a nice way, not a toxic way. There's a lot of like toxic self-improvement stuff out there. So one of my favourite content creators is Michaela Aloka. If I implore you to do anything from watching this video, please go and check out her videos. Like, her content is just amazing. I watched one of her life audit videos a few months ago and followed it, and it was like great just to get everything out on paper, etc. But I feel like, again, the lack of routines and problems that I've had recently, I need to just do it again, but I'm just going to change it around a bit to like suit what's going on in my own life. So Michaela talks about the 3 pillars, and it's pillar 1, which is personal life, pillar 2, which is professional life, and pillar 3 is relationships. So I've kept those 3 pillars, but I've just like changed the questions around a little bit, basically, to suit what's actually on my mind right now. With my personal life, I feel so unfit, and that really bothers me because I've always been a very fit, active person, essentially. Like, not like Iron Man level of fit, but like fit, like, you know, fit and healthy. The past month, I haven't had a consistent workout routine, which is so unlike me, and that really bothers me. I find it so hard to balance between, like, am I just making excuses and being like demotivated, or like, is it just my environment is making it so difficult? So essentially, I went through 2 weeks where I was just so tired and I could barely, like, I say barely get out of bed, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Then we looked after my neighbour's dog, and because I had to take him on like a ridiculously long walk in the morning and after work, I didn't have time to work out and then fit everything else in as well. So that was a couple of weeks ago. And then last week we were like travelling a lot. I had to go to like London and Manchester. So my environment has not been optimised, let's say, to like make my life easier. So one of my favourite books is Atomic Habits. With habits and doing things that you want to do, you've got to like reduce friction. You've got to make them as easy as possible. Otherwise, you're just not going to do them, especially when it comes to like building new habits, essentially. Again, this is not my like idea, this has come from the book. So for example, I like brought a MacBook not that long ago because I had like my absolutely ancient laptop that I'd had since school, and it was a laptop that's literally designed for like typing and doing nothing else on it, so I couldn't edit on my laptop. So getting content out was just a nightmare. So I bought a MacBook. It made my life 10 times easier. It was so expensive, but I do not regret buying it because of the friction that it's taken out of my life. And obviously I talk about like spending money responsibly on this channel. Yeah, like I'm not against buying things. Like if you want to buy something that genuinely is a nice thing and you can afford it or reduces friction, then like go for it, buy it, you know, as long as you're doing it whilst still remaining financially responsible is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent here, but whatever. So the first question is, what parts of my daily life give me energy and what parts consistently drain it? Being in a routine gives me energy. Because I've been so out of routine, I feel like that's been really draining me, essentially. So yeah, I feel like I need to just say no. If I get asked to dog sit again for an entire week, that's one thing that I can do. I feel like I'm gonna have like a proper think about these questions off camera, because otherwise I'll be sat here all day, like thinking about it. And the second question, which is a bit more easy for me to like think of an answer to, is if I repeated my current routines for the next 5 years, would I be happy with where they lead me? Like right here, right now, today, no. In the past, yes. So I need to get back to like where I was, basically. And what is one small change that would make my everyday life feel 10% lighter? So following the idea of like reducing friction when it comes to building habits that I've like fallen out of, I am going to just do one 20-minute workout a day. Because the problem is, like, if I just suddenly start trying to do like an hour's workout, it's not going to happen. Like, I need to start off small and like build up, essentially. I'm going to think about those questions off camera. Second, pillar 2 is your professional life. And does my work give me more energy than it takes away? So I know YouTube is my hobby, but I'm just going to class it under this like pillar, basically. My 9-to-5 day job at the moment is definitely taking away a lot of energy. Like, it's very draining at the moment. There's a lot of change going on, unsettling like change within my company. Like, my job's safe, I'm not like in trouble or anything, but in terms of like the team that I work with, it's really unsettling for like a variety of reasons. And actually my job has the potential to be an absolutely amazing job. I'm just like kind of riding a bit of a wave at the moment that I'm just hoping that it's just going to get better because of like the changes that they are making. So yeah, at the moment it is taking a lot of my energy away from me, which then obviously makes it hard to like fit in all the stuff that I want to do outside of work, because I'm a huge believer in like, if you work 9 to 5, it should just be 9 to 5, really. Like, unless you're like crazy passionate about your career, which like, I like my job, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not saving lives. It's not that deep. Like, it's literally just renting property. But YouTube is definitely giving me energy. Like, I absolutely love doing this. The sense of community that I get from making these videos, like, that is priceless to me, basically. Like, all the lovely comments I get are just, yeah, chef's kiss. So thank you. So am I building a career that fits the life I want, or just accepting what's comfortable? Yeah, TBC on that one. I think I'm gonna ride the wave of all the changes that are going on at the moment and then reevaluate that question. And what skill or project would have the biggest impact on my future if I committed to it? I mean, obviously this YouTube channel like has the potential to make a huge impact on my future. Again, like, not just a money thing, like just the sense of community and the sense of like purpose essentially that it gives me, and the fact that in like years to come I'm going to be able to watch back like random weeks in my life. And if money weren't a factor, what would I spend more of my working life doing? I'd just do something like volunteer with the guide dogs or something, you know, like the standard thing that I think most people would do. And pillar 3 is relationships. Who do I feel most like myself around? My answer is always going to be my husband, because he's amazing. Which relationships leave me feeling energized and which leave me feeling drained? Yeah, again, I'm not going to answer these ones on camera, but all I will say is that I'm very lucky to have lots of amazing relationships in my life. So I'll just read you out the last 2, which are, am I putting enough time into the relationships that matter most? Again, when you're an adult and you're busy and you've got a job and you've got other things going on, it is actually really hard. So what I would say is reach out to like an old friend or somebody that you don't get to speak to that often, and just be like, hi, how are you? Because I feel like they'd really appreciate it. And do the people around me encourage the person I'm trying to become? Yeah, basically. So yeah, those are some interesting questions that have kind of got me thinking a lot. And I've been rambling for 14 minutes. So it is 7:45 on Sunday morning. In about 15 minutes, we are actually going to have a guest on the vlog. Arlo the dog is coming back round just for the day this time. Like I said, I'm more than happy to have my dog fixed for the day, but just not the entire week. I'm gonna have my morning coffee, wait for him to get here, and I definitely want today to be more productive than yesterday. So stay tuned for book chats, dog content, and a bit more productivity.
It's a global notice. It's a long-term thing, and 70 days not something to be sniffed at. I can't value it.
Hello! Hello. Have you got anything you'd like to say? He says sniff. Nothing else to say to YouTube? No? Okay then. Right, I'm going to sit and try to read my book. And I think you're going to make it quite difficult, aren't you? Yes. But I've got 100 pages. I've got 100 pages left, and I really want to get this book back to the library tomorrow, so wish me luck.
Where is he? He's a fluffy dog. He's a tortured animal. He's a tortured animal that's never been loved in his life. Oh my god.
Good afternoon, it is 2 p.m. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's 2:15. Happy days. Right, I am going to take the 4-legged furry friend on a WALK later. But first, it is time for meal prep. So I'm doing king prawns, like a king prawn stir fry, and I'm actually just getting all my ingredients out. Yeah, I'm going to throw in some like veggies, like some broccoli, and yeah, it's going to be like ginger, garlic, soy sauce, etc. So I've got my pre-cut frozen onions, which I'm just going to put in. Frozen veg man. Again, I mentioned it earlier, I will live and die by frozen veg. Friday evening and we are back on the floor. I've just got back from taking Mr. Arlo for a walk. I went with a friend. It was really nice. The sun was out. And I'm just going to do a quick book chat before having dinner and then winding down for the evening. So I'm not a book content creator, nor will I ever be, but you know, but I do love reading. So right, this one, I'm either giving it a 3.75 or a 4. I'm not quite sure yet. Yes, it is a regular like romantasy novel. It's got all the usual things that you would expect from a romantasy novel, but I don't like novels that are purely smut and nothing else. And this one was actually like mainly plot and not too much smut, but obviously with a little bit of it, which I actually like basically. And yeah, some of the plot points I did predict, I could see them coming, but it was still enjoyable. Like it was nice, enjoyable, easy read. Yeah, and I feel like obviously there's a lot more to come. I can, you know, they set it up well for a second book. That's my review of that one. This one, I am 30 pages in. I already absolutely love it. I feel like it's probably going to break my heart. It's called Dear Edward by Anne Napolitano. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I'll just read you the blurb. One summer morning, a flight takes off from New York to Los Angeles. There are 192 people aboard. When the plane suddenly crashes, 12-year-old Edward Adler is the sole survivor. In the aftermath, Edward struggles to make sense of his grief, sudden fame, and to find a place in a world without his family. But then Edward and his neighbour Shay make a startling discovery. Hidden in his uncle's garage are all letters from relatives of the other passengers, all addressed to him. Dear Edward asks one of life's most profound questions. What does it mean not just to survive, but to truly live? So yeah, it's kind of gripped me like right from the start, to be honest with you. Obviously, you know, the plane crashes, but it starts off with like in the airport and it actually introduces you to like quite a few of the other passengers, and obviously you're reading it and you know what's going to happen to the plane and you're just like, oh no. So it's already quite hard. It's literally heartbreaking, like right from the get-go, to be honest. But yeah, this is the same author who wrote Hello Beautiful, and that was my only 5-star read of the year, this year. I already know, like the writing style, I love her writing style, I love how she like builds characters, like I can truly like imagine these people basically. So I'll keep you updated on that one. And yeah, essentially now I'm just gonna heat up my meal prepped prawn stir fry thing from earlier, and then I'm gonna wind down for the evening. Okay, I am fully on the wind down for the evening, but I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. This is insane. Like the fact that 1,000 people have subscribed to my little channel. I haven't got words, to be honest. I could ramble on all day, but like I don't want to bore anybody. As somebody who's always battled with their kind of head telling them that they've got nothing interesting to say, the fact that 1,000 people clearly do think that I've got something interesting to say is just crazy. So yeah, it makes me feel very emotional. But I'm just going to carry on with my evening. I've already had my freak out essentially. So yeah, so I'm just going to put my oat balm cleanser on, have a nice little self-care evening, read my book, finish editing this vlog actually, and just enjoy having 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.